Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Sailing Volupia. In this episode we've got two crew on with us, Donna and Nick, and you'll see us sailing up the east coast of Scotland. So we set off from Arbroath quite early in the morning, and we've got about a 20-hour sail up to a place called Peterhead. So we didn't have much wind until just after sunset, and then we had probably about 10 knots, and then in the afternoon it came up to about 20 knots, which we were quite happy with. One of the crew that we just said we had on board was Nick, and you might have seen him in our channel when we were in Portsmouth, when we broke our stack pack. He climbed up our mast to reposition the ropes for us. So with us having good winds late afternoon and early evening, we started approaching Peterhead a little bit earlier than we thought. So we were getting dead on low tide, but the chart said that we'd have 2.2 metres of tide at low tide, and with it being neaps that we had just over half a metre of tide as well, so give us 50 centimetres more than we needed. But from our track lines here you can see everything went terribly wrong. So we ran aground. It was safe because it was only sand just outside the marina, and so we sat there for 10-15 minutes and then started trying to come astern to get off it because the wind was blowing quite strong. We moved away from it and then just sort of tried to do figure of eights just outside the harbour. With it being in a massive harbour with a lot of ship movements, the harbour control asked us to keep to the southwest corner. So after doing figure of eights for probably half an hour, 40 minutes, waiting for a bit more tide to come in, we slowly came over. We did touch the bottom on the second time, but it was easy enough to come off and get into the berth.
So it was about 1 a.m. in the morning when we touched the bottom in between these two harbour walls. All the facilities in Peterhead Marina were closed due to COVID, but it was only a quick stopover as we needed to leave before the next low tide. Using the Windy app, we could see that there was quite a big storm coming in the next couple of days, so we needed to get round to Inverness as quickly as possible to avoid the storm. It was a bit of a mixed bag with the weather, but it was very windy. It was really nice to have Nick on board as I learned an awful lot from him. Can't really learn from Rob because he's quite grumpy and no wife can learn from her husband.
Hey, hang on a minute.
Because we were as far north as we needed to go, we decided to turn west, but unfortunately we had 30 knots of wind coming from the west, so we spent most of the day getting badly beat up. We decided to keep it short that day and we turned into Fraserburgh for the night. another short sail across to Lossiemouth with lots of winds in the morning, but then it completely dropped off in the afternoon.
Up here on my own while everybody has a rest. We've got White Hills just over there, somewhere that looks like it's pronounced Macduff, very Scottish name. So coming into Lossiemouth was a little bit tricky, but I don't think I'd like to do it on a day where the big sea's rolling in. So we're not making that much headway over the past couple of days and having to stop off when we didn't want to. The storm hit, so we decided to stay for 2 or 3 days in Lossiemouth.
Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope everyone's had a lovely Christmas and a happy new year.